Hello and welcome back to the channel. It's Mike here at Monster Wargaming. Just going to do a quick recap of what happened in Friday's live stream on Twitch. I will pop a link in the description as to my Twitch channel if you want to come along and have a quick scoot around of what a full-length version of what happened. What I'm going to be doing is looking to do some more live streams on Twitch, so if you keep an eye out for that, if you click the follow and check for notifications, then it will pop up, let you know when I'm online. If you also keep an eye on the social media channels, I've got Instagram and we've got Twitter. The links are also in my profile here, and you'll be able to check out when I'm going live. Okay, so what we did on Friday was we got to the point where it was time to invade the French-held territories, which is what's going to happen here in the video. Now, I've taken a lot of time to get my troops to the point where not only could I invade one province, which was going to be Brittany, that was the main thing I was going to look at, but there was a large French contingent in Flanders, so I felt like I should neutralise that. And what I ended up doing was creating rather a significant force that also came that way, just to sort of minimise them coming in and potentially taking a somewhere like Normandy, which would have cut my provinces in half. So let's play the video. You can have a look and see how it ran. It's in QuickTime, but you know, you'll still get an idea of exactly what happened here. So let's go. So I chucked a small amount into Brittany, then a large force came in as well, and then you'll be able to see exactly what got thrown into Flanders. It was quite a significant course. I hired quite a few mercenaries for that army as well, and the king had come over into Brittany as well, just to really boost that number of troops that I had in there, because that was quite the large force that the French had, including their general being, I think, 6-star, which, you know, was pretty scary for me. Now, there was quite a lot of troops. As you can see, we were outnumbered when I invaded Flanders, but we managed to kill 1,300 of their 1,800 troops. Now, we outnumbered the French in Brittany by a significant amount, and that went as it should. Now, that left the castles or the Motte and Baileys to be taken, so that was what was going to happen the next turn. Now, obviously, I had broken my alliance with them, and some people stayed with, some people didn't, but noticeably I wasn't told off by the Pope at this point. So we carried on with the attack, just moving our people around, trying to sort of reinforce any treaties that had been broken. There had been lots of goings on with the Aragonese. They seemed to be fighting, well, everyone really, which, depending on who they were fighting, ended up invalidating some of the treaties that I had with them. But they seemed to be on a bit of a loser, because they were fighting the Almohads as well as the Spanish, so that whole Spanish region really seems to have been pushed back in there. So what I'm maybe planning to do next time is have a little sally into that area. You can see here I easily took the castle in Flanders, and then also the same in Brittany. King of Aragon, King of France, everyone was dying. I even lost my king to death, and there we go. That was back there was the notification from the Pope that I should cease hostilities. So it gave me 2 years to do so, so I thought I'd be cheeky and have a quick punt into Ile-de-France, try and really butch up that edge of my territory, meaning that I'm not facing the French on two sides. Great development there in Wessex. I was able to start the building queue for having some ships start to move around, really increasing what I could do. And you can see here that I pushed from Flanders into Champagne just to really take another province. They really didn't need these provinces. They were all mine. Boosted up my troops in the east of France, you know, there really wasn't. There was a threat for them to come across. I didn't like the look of it, so I just reinforced that little area there. Now, as we're pushing through, they went back. See, asked to cease the hostilities. I had 2 years. That's the bit I had 2 years at, actually. So I just thought I'll chuck my king against their king. Really just sort of have a punt for crushing as many of their territories as I could. I thought 2 years from there, one to sally into the territory itself, and then another to hopefully take the castle. As you'll be able to see here, that was me taking Champagne. I had 300 more. It was quite a costly battle for me taking Ile-de-France, but it was enough to really keep things going. Now in Champagne, there was significant damage to the buildings that were already there, so it meant that I had to start from scratch building the Motte and Bailey. But you know, 4 years was sufficient. It wasn't going to be a particularly costly endeavour. The castle in Ile-de-France went really easily, which meant that I had a brand new sort of a chunk. I was able to really combine all of my forces, all of the bits and pieces that I had, and it linked up all of my territories down that left hand side. And that's where it ends, really. That's the only point of note after this point was that I offered a treaty to France to declare ceasefire, and they declined and then attacked me in Aquitaine, which I easily repelled, and have now popped in another request for them to cease hostilities. I even offered my princess's hand in marriage just to try and really solidify. So it feels like they're going to reject that again, but I will continue on that path just so I can try and keep the Pope happy for now and see how we go from there. Right, that's going to be where I end today. As I said, there's going to be a live stream coming up to see where I push on now. The last live stream was for 20 years of the game, so I'm probably going to do about the same sort of time next time. So keep an eye out, as I said, on the social media for when I'm going to be streaming live on Twitch. That'll be in the next few days, and if you want to watch me on Twitch, then click that follow button, click the notifications, and you'll be able to see when I come up. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.